Hey guys, so today is going to be another haul video. This is going to be some really inexpensive makeup plus makeup that I bought from a blog sale from my friend. If you guys have been watching my videos for like the last, I don't know, few months or so, then you know that I was sent the Revealed 2 palette from Customizable Scents, which is this one right here. I did an entire video reviewing this, swatches, stuff like that. I will link that video in the more info box below. Overall, I'm so extremely pleased with this palette. I mentioned to you guys in that video when I was comparing this to the Naked 3, I was going to go back and buy some more stuff from Customizable Scents. Customizable Scents has really stepped up their game. I feel like when I first started into the YouTube makeup world and I owned the 88 palettes, they were super good quality for a beginner, but I do feel like this is stepping it up quite a bit. If you haven't picked up the Revealed 2 palette, I would highly recommend this one, but because I loved this one so much, I needed to go pick up the Revealed palette. I also mentioned that in that video that Emily Noel had convinced me to pick up the Revealed original palette and some blushes, and I never did. Once I got this palette and decided to try it out and, you know, give it a go, I had to go back and buy some more stuff. So I went a little Customizable Scents crazy. So first off, I picked up the Revealed palette, which is eerily similar to the Revealed 2, so this is the difference side by side. They're the exact same palette, literally like down to a T, size, color, everything. The only difference is the color shadows in it. So this palette has been around a lot longer than the Revealed 2. Obviously the Revealed 2 just came out in the beginning of June. This one has been out for quite some time. I don't know, maybe the end of last year, maybe even before that. So when you initially look at this palette, what does it remind you of? Naked 1 and Naked 2. I actually am so impressed and hooked on this palette that I am going to get rid of my Naked 3 palette. I really didn't reach for it that much to begin with, and if I wanted to reach for it, I would just go in this palette. There are identical dupes in here, and I showed you in that video complete swatches of everything. So I'm hooked on my Naked 1 for sure. I haven't decided whether I want to get rid of my Naked 2 palette or not. It's like I kind of don't want to, because there's not all dupes of the palette in here, but the majority of the colors are in here. So here is a comparison of the Revealed to the Naked 1. You can see some of the colors immediately stand out to you as far as which ones are dupes and which ones aren't. Some of them don't necessarily match. Like there's no dupe, I think, for Hustle, and no dupe for Sidecar. Or maybe it was just Hustle. I don't really remember. There was either 1 or 2 colors in here that there were not dupes for. So for that reason, I am going to keep this. I've had this palette almost 4 years now, and it's one of those that is a staple in my collection. Like I said, the Naked 2, I'm kind of still on the fence about whether I want to keep it or not. There definitely is a ton of similarity from this. I want to say there was maybe 1 shadow, maybe not even 1. Oh shoot, I can't remember. Actually, there may have been all dupes from Naked 2, but that's those side by side. I had no problem parting with my Naked 3 palette because that one was the newest to me, and I was kind of iffy about picking it up to begin with. I mentioned to you guys before that there could be a Naked 10 and I would pick it up for collection purposes, but I kind of feel differently now, you know, especially with those palettes being 50 bucks a piece and these are only $19.95, and this one especially crammed Naked 1 and Naked 2 in there. I just feel like there's really no need, especially if you love the quality, to have such an expensive palette. So anywho, long ramble, but I finally picked up this, which I'm super excited about, and I regret not picking it up earlier. Next, I wanted to get one of the customizable palettes. When I received my order, I didn't know that Customizable Scents was going to be releasing new stuff, so they actually surprised me and gave me a whole nother palette that they just recently released. So it is a new product. I, however, bought this one because I wanted to see how it compared to my MAC palettes, and honestly there's no difference. I mean, actually there is a difference, the price. There's another big difference too. This comes with a mirror, which is great if you like to travel with that. Although these pans are the exact same size as MAC pans. MAC pans do not fit in here because the magnets don't match up, and vice versa. The Coastal Scents Hot Pots do not fit in the MAC palettes because they don't match up. So anywho, these colors are the ones that Coastal Scents sent me to actually fill my palette with. I purchased a couple of these myself, but they pretty much sent me all of these. Like this pink one, look at that, it's so pigmented. Now when I'm really going to use pink, I don't know, but that's a matte shadow. This one is like a metal color, and that one's really nice as well. They're really overall super buttery and pigmented. I'm surprised because they're really inexpensive. Like I think the palette was $5.95 and each of the shadows are $1.95, I believe. I want to say that's how much they retail for. There's a couple swatches for you there. So those are nice. I kind of test to the quality on the eyes because I actually have not tried them yet, but I have done a bunch of swatches. So this is a palette that they sent me. This is really neat. I love being able to see my shadows like this. That's why I really like the Z palettes. However, this is a little bit different because it doesn't have a mirror. For me, I mentioned about the Reveal palette. It doesn't bother me that a palette does not have a mirror because I am perfectly fine doing my makeup in a bathroom mirror or with a small compact. I don't need a mirror. It is nice to have though, but it doesn't bother me. This one I filled with neutral shadows. Again, various shades here that are also super pigmented and rich. I haven't tried these, but I just love looking at this. Isn't this just a beautiful neutrals palette and so inexpensive? Again, like $5.95 for the palette, and then this holds 12. They also have one that holds 28, so you have options. I wanted to try out their smacks. I had heard somebody a while back talking about these. I don't remember who. This is in the color Monroe A Go-Go. And it's just a pink. They had seriously so many colors of these to choose from. It was way too hard to see what was what. It has a basic doe foot applicator and it's just a basic pink gloss. I honestly don't smell anything, but my nose is a little clogged up right now. Nice, not sticky, really inexpensive. I think this was like $3. And like I said, they had a ton of colors to choose from. I also wanted to try one of these brushes. This, I'm not too impressed with the quality. It wasn't very expensive. I want to say maybe like $3 or $4. I've been wanting a good quality fan brush, but I don't want to pay the heavy price point. Like Sigma has a good quality brush, but I want to say it's like $30 or $40 and it seems really thick. This looked a lot thicker. Don't get me wrong, it's really soft and really nice. And I anticipated it being thin just because it's a stipple fan brush, but it looked a lot thicker on the website than what it actually looks like in person. And what I wanted this for was for either like highlight, cheek highlight, or what's it called, my ambient lighting powder, to just dust over like this, like really simple and quick. I don't know that this will work. I probably should have gone with a regular bristle instead of, you know, like synthetic stippling brush, but what ifs. Emily Noel also picked up one of these compacts. This is just a regular compact, the 4 I think this was a couple of dollars, if that. And this one I put concealers in. The concealers also came in like their little individual packaging. I got concealers number 1 through 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just figured that would be a nice range for me. I didn't know if 1 would be too light and 4 would be too dark, but if anything I could mix them and kind of, you know, mix and match. This is great because it comes with a mirror and it comes with a little tiny brush. So like if you're in a pinch and you need a little angled brush or a little shadow brush, this is awesome. And another great thing about this in particular is you can take out the hot pots from the other one and put them in here and have a little 4-pan palette on the go with a mirror if you need it. As I said earlier, I was really intrigued by their blushes, so I decided to pick up a bunch of blushes, and I'll show you guys those right now. But along with that is a bronzer. I'm always weary about bronzer, but I've been super into it lately, especially because I have such a colorful tan and none of my foundations match me at the moment. None. I have to completely bronze up everywhere, my neck, you know, my décolleté area, around my temples, my cheeks, pretty much my entire face, to make it look like I actually have a foundation that matches me. So for that reason, I've been super into bronzer, all kinds of bronzers. So I decided to pick up this one. This is really nice. It's in the color Light. It's really, really nice, except it's super shimmery. So I would probably not use this as a normal bronzer. Although the color is good for me, you can see there, it's a shimmery bronzer, which during the summertime is not a problem. But to me, this would be more like a blush, like an all over blush that I would use on my cheeks, not necessarily to contour. Had I known this was shimmery though, I probably would have passed on this, but it was really inexpensive. I want to say maybe $5 or $6. And it's a pretty color. And actually, if you were deeper, this would be a really pretty highlight. Okay, now for these freaking bomb diggity pigmented blushes that I am uber stoked about. I bought 5 blushes, and actually had I bought stuff last week, they had all 18 of their blushes half off, and they're already inexpensive. I think they're $7.95, but they were like $55 for 18 of them. Don't think I wouldn't have picked up the whole collection, but I wasn't gonna pay $110, so I just picked up the ones that stood out the most to me, the ones that were the most vibrant. Okay, so first off, these are called the Forever blushes. This one is in the color Alluring, whatever. They all have a little mirror, and the blush looks like this, which the blush is really big. Like, to me, this looks like a compact for powder. Just to give you guys an idea, this is a MAC blush, and this is the Coastal Scents blush. So this is huge. Like, I already would never go through this much blush. This is on a whole nother level. Okay, so you see that color, right? So pretty, but that's just ridiculous. Come on, redonkulous. I accidentally put it over the bronzer, but there's that color there. This one is in the color Royal, and it is a nice neutral toned brown red color. Oh my gosh, these would actually be beautiful on a deeper skin tone. Don't get me wrong, with the light hand that I have, I will try and rock them the best I can, but they would be beautiful on a deeper skin tone as well. This one is in the color Dashing. This is like a bronzy golden color. It's like a peachy bronze. This one is in the color Enchanting. Super beautiful blue tone pink. As you can tell, I picked up the most pigmented ones. They had other ones that were super pretty as well, but I just wanted the ones that kind of stood out in my collection. Like, I don't really have any, well, who am I kidding? I probably do somewhere. But for the most part, like right off the bat, I don't see any colors that are not unique to my collection. Even this one. This is like, bam. This reminds me of that one from NARS. What is it called? Is it Matahara? Nope, that's not it. I don't remember, but you know that red one that NARS has? This kind of reminds me of that. There's a swatch of it there. So stinking pretty. I'll have to wear these in some upcoming videos for you guys so you can see what they look like blended out, because they're super concentrated and pigmented here, but with the, like I said, a light hand, they'll be beautiful on the cheeks. So that was it from Coastal Scents. I'm going to show you guys real quickly the stuff that I got from my friend Stephanie's blog sale. She lives super close to me, and so when she told me she was going to do a blog sale, I was like, oh well, no, you have to let me know what I want. So as soon as she picked out all her stuff, I went over and picked out what I wanted. I got from her the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Glisten. I had my eye on this for quite some time. I love Tarte's blushes, just love them, and this one's gorgeous. It's almost like a mix between Deep Throat and Orgasm from NARS. It's this swatch down here. Super pretty, perfect for summertime. I've also been having my eye on this. I've also had my eye on this Physicians Formula Nude Wear blush. I don't even know which color. Let me see. It's in the color Natural, and she had already used this a few times, so like the coloring and stuff of it's rubbed off, but it's the one that has a super pretty rose gold packaging, and it opens up like this, and I did not realize this. It opens up in the back, and it has a little brush and mirror. Fancy. So I'm excited to try this. It's a really pretty, like, pale pink color. And for her, again, because she's a few shades darker than I am, she said it really just didn't show up on her. So we'll see how it shows up on me. I also got the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Black Market. I don't know why she was getting rid of this, but this is so creamy. It's not pure black, it's more like a gunmetal black, but it's a really creamy. I love the Urban Decay Glide On pencils. Not that I needed another blush, but she was getting rid of this, and I've been wanting to try this one as well. It's the Benefit Rockouture blush. The packaging looks like this. I love Benefit's blushes, and this is a really pretty, like, pale lavender pink color. I don't even know if you guys can see it right there. And then lastly, I picked up the NARS Duo from her. This is the one that has Orgasm and Laguna, which this is a total not needed purchase because I have Orgasm in the Danmari palette, and I have a little baby Orgasm travel size blush, and I have Laguna in a mini palette, plus I have Casino in the Danmari palette that I don't even use. So this was totally not necessary, but it was a good deal, and I happen to really love Orgasm and I love Laguna. So I couldn't pass it up. Alright guys, so that was my long combined random haul of blog sale items and coastal scents. I hope that you guys enjoyed nonetheless. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought or if you have any questions, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!